You ever stare down a blizzard-snarled highway with 3 kids screaming in the back and think, screw it, we're sliding off this cliff anyway? Nah, me neither, because I've got the keys to rigs that laugh at mud, ice, and monsoon hell. But here, the gut punch. One of these 10 family SUVs, hiding in plain sight, could outconquer a tank on a bad day. And I ain't spilling which till the end. Buckle up, grease monkeys, cause we're tearing into the beasts that haul your tribe through Armageddon without breaking a sweat. If you're new here on Gearhead Garage, where we ditch the wax jobs for real road war stories, smash that sub button now. We're the crew that tests them till the axles scream. Picture this. It's 1970, I'm knee-deep in a junkyard outside Detroit, wrenching on a 67 Ford Bronco, while Dad cusses at a rusted frame. That beast, it birthed the whole SUV, Revolution Boxy, unbreakable, the kind that'd ford a river just to fetch beer. Fast forward 55 years, and family haulers ain't dainty crossovers no more. They're armored knights for soccer runs and spontaneous escapes. We're talking rigs built for any road, any slop Mother Nature hurls your way. No dry stats. Here's the pulse-pounding truth from a guy who hydroplaned a minivan into a ditch and lived to tell. Let's roll. Kicking off with the Subaru Forester, the quiet warrior that's been my rainy day savior since the 90s. Remember when Subaru was just rally freaks? This thing's got their DNA. Full-time AWD that claws through snow like a bear on espresso. 8.7 inches of ground clearance to sneer at potholes, and that X-mode wizardry that auto-tunes traction for mud or ice. I once dragged my extended clan from Portland to Yellowstone in a Whiteout Zero drama. Just the hum of that boxer engine begging for more. It's no Ferrari, but for $30,000 base, it'll outlast your mortgage. Compared to a front-wheel family wagon, Forester's the uncle who shows up with tools, not excuses. Slide over to the Honda CR-V, the eternal workhorse that's dodged more family feuds than a minivan minibar. Honda's been slinging reliable iron since the Civic turned heads in '73, and this 2025 refresh. It's got a hybrid heart pumping 200 for horses, real-time, a WD that dances on wet leaves, and enough cargo space to hide a weekend's worth of regrets. I pitted it against my old CR-V in a gravel rally. New one's smoother, techier with that blind spot cam that feels like cheating. Starts at 29 grand, sips fuel like a teetotaler, and hauls 7 in a pinch, if you fold smart. It's the SUV equivalent of that flannel shirt you wear till it shreds. Comfy, capable, zero pretension. Now, crank the adventure dial with the Toyota 4Runner, the grizzled vet that's been trailblazing since '84, when it basically invented rugged family truck. This 2025 model's got a coil spring rear that eats rocks for breakfast, locking diffs, and 9.2 inches of lift enough to make a Jeep Wrangler blush. I remember trailering my boat up a Colorado pass in one during a hailstorm. It just grunted and went. V6 or hybrid, tows, 6,000 pounds easy, and that retro box look. Pure nostalgia porn. At $40,000 entry, it's pricier than a Tacoma, but it'll lapdance your wallet back in reliability dividends. Off-road purists, this is your cult leader. Don't sleep on the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the blue blood brawler tracing roots to '92 when it dragged the luxury SUV class kicking and screaming into the dirt. The 2025 Laredo trim's got QuadroTrack too, that swaps torque like a poker pro, air suspension for 10.9-inch clearance, and a Hurricane inline 6 that roars 293 horses. I once forded a flooded creek in the Ozarks with grandkids. A board felt like starring in my own action flick. Starts around $38,000, tows $7,200, and that Uconnect screen. It's like having a co-pilot who actually listens, versus a cushy Lexus. Jeep's the rowdy cousin who wins the bar fight. Hyundai's Santa Fe flips the script. Korean engineering gone rogue since the '01 original shocked the world with value that punched above its weight. This 2025 beast seats 7 in quilted luxury, with HTR ACAWD that hugs curves in typhoon winds and 8.3 inches underbelly armor for light trails. Hybrid option nets 36 mpg, and I hauled lumber through Vermont mud without a hiccup. The torque vectoring feels alive, not algorithm. Base at 3.4K. It's the budget wizard, outshining pricier rivals like the Explorer in sheer bang for buck. Who knew affordable could mean this ferocious? Mazda CX-90 enters like a samurai in a saloon brawl born from rotary dreams of the '60s. But now a plug-in hybrid monster with 323 horses from a straight 6+ electric kick. I-Active AWD predicts slips before you feel them, 8.4-inch clearance for gravel romps, and a cabin that smells like victory leather. Took mine cross-country in sleet. The regen braking turned panic stops into poetry. 40,000 start, tows 5,000, and it's sportier than a Telluride. Think Miata jeans in SUV skin. Mazda's reminding us, family don't mean forget fun. Ford's Explorer, the all-American gladiator. Evolving from the '90 Bronco to that made suburbia think off-road. 2025's got a twin-clutch rear diff for 7,700 pound towing. terrain modes that laugh at sandstorms, and a hybrid that hits 28 mpg. I blasted through Baja dust with a trailer felt unstoppable. Kids glued to the panoramic roof. 37K bass. Third row folds flat for gear hauls. And that Blue Cruise hands-free highway hypnosis. Solve beats the Durango in efficiency, but keeps the muscle. Kia Telluride. The Korean conqueror since 20, but rooted in Hyundais that bootstrapped from 80s Econo boxes. This 2025 3.0 Titan has a WD that pivots like a wrestler, 8 inches clearance, and a V6 belting 291 horses. Loaded it with camping kit for a Smoky Mountains deluge tidal waves. Puddles, 37K entry, self-parking tech, that's idiot-proof, and highway driving assist that feels psychic. Outvalues the Pilot in Flash without the fluff. The Toyota Sequoia, full-size Fury from the Land Cruiser lineage that conquered Everest in '54. 2025 TRD Pro's hybrid V6 twins turbos for 437 horses. Full-time 4WD with crawl control for Boulder Ballet and 9.1-inch lift. Towed my camper through Utah Red Rock in monsoon-phased, 6OK base, but guzzles less than old V8, south at 22 mpg combined. Versus the Tahoe, Sequoias, the Zen master of mayhem, and Chevrolet's Suburban, the granddaddy since '35 when it hauled Depression-era dreams. 2025's diesel V8 option nets 27 mpg highway. 4WD, that bulldozes, blizzards, and space for 8+ a garage's worth of loot. I crossed the Sierras in fog with a full load smooth as bourbon. 58,000 start, magnetic ride that tames the beast. It's the endless road poet, but hold the throttle that hidden gem. The 2026 Mitsubishi X FORCE, sneaking in like a rally ninja from the Pajero glory days of the 80s Docker sweeps. Word on the street from Bangkok Whispers. Late 2025 release in Asia, USTs by spring 26. Priced around 28K base, cheaper than a loaded CRV, but packing active yaw control that dances through slush like it's on rails. Features 1.5 liters turbo mild hybrid Whispers, 160 horses, CVT that shifts smoother than silk, 8 inches clearance for urban jungles or backwoods brawls, and a cabin with dual-zone bliss for backseat tyrants. Predictions say it'll sip 35 mpg combined, with ADAS that sees blind spots before you blink, and a plug-in cousin by 27 for eco-warriors. Worth it. Hell yes if you're chasing that underdog thrill without the badge snobbery. It's got heart, hustle, and enough Japanese grit to make your daily grind feel epic. Phew, that's your convoy through the chaos and titans that'll turn family drudgery into legend. But here's the kicker that keeps me up at night. In a world hellbent on sedans and screens, what if the real freedom's in the rig that says try me to the horizon? Grab your keys, hit the blacktop, and tell me in the comments which one's calling your name. Like if you're geared up, sub for more midnight confessions, share with your road warrior pals. Drive fierce, stay true. Gearhead Garage, signing off.